How's it going? Living in Boulder vlog. It's November 7th, 2019, Thursday, 3:42 p.m. So, I was working today until like 7 or something. Until I got so tired, I just wanted to go to sleep. Didn't want to do the video. I did have enough energy to do a shower though. That was nice, but not to shave. And then I slept. And then I got up not so long ago and I was just smoking lots of reefer. That's what I do when I get up. So I guess I was having to get caught up on sleep or something. Maybe it was later than 7, but I got extra sleep today. I guess I need to catch up. Um, so yesterday until 7 in the morning, or this morning until 7 in the morning, I was working on the Palace. You can download it Buffalo Low. You can also download the aqueduct of the Rome's. There's this aqueduct, the one that goes across the city to the Palatine Hill. I finished the part that goes to the Palatine Hill, so that looks good. I'm happy with it. I still have to levelize it throughout the entire city. Apparently, I haven't done that. But then when I was done with that, I was like, oh wow, phew, look, I did it. And then I went back to the Palace, see if I could finish that. And yeah, sure enough, when I finally had the time to look closer at the Palace, I realized there's lots of stuff I needed to do. Like there was things that weren't traced, things that weren't at the even high enough for as the floor, so you didn't even see it. And so I was and then color coding stuff. And then I decided I was going to color code. I didn't want to color code before because I figured it would make it. Well, maybe the first thought was it wouldn't make it realistic because I wanted to make it like the real colors. So I just make the whole thing gray, and then I figured no, let's color code like obviously the pillars. At the beginning, I was thinking just white, but then white's the color of the floor, so it has to be another color. So I'm thinking different colors. And when I see the Roman board, and they have all their pillars and walls different colors, and so I think they painted stuff. They showed the arch of like Neuronus or whatever, arch of Constantine, all painted in different colors. So yeah, I decided to go do all kinds of colors on pillars. I decided to do colors on certain like symmetric buildings because you could then identify them and help identify the shape of the building that way. And then I decided to go ahead and just color everything like that as much as you can as a symmetric part of the building. I didn't build it to make it easy to do that. It would have taken too long and too confusing, so I can only do partially, but that's fine. So that's kind of what I was doing when I crashed. I finished the coloring, and then I was in the point where I went to let's do roofs to identify each and every building by hitting on the roof and actually help, distinguish the different buildings by having the different colors of roofs. So transparent roofs, 50% that you can look into. But before I did that, I actually divided the Palace into 7 different sections because I wanted to wrap my head around. And I was eventually going to organize the stuff into those 7 sections. And I was looking at it and realized, well, maybe you could do that just for the help understand what it's like. Because I organized the 7 sections based on kind of what I could see the general flow of traffic was based on the structure of it, the walls. A lot of the walls are go far away, and there's only an entrance, on the ends of it. So it was kind of like they're deliberately separating it out. So that's what I did. I kind of created 7 different neighborhoods based on that, and then but then inside of those, I'm gonna identify the buildings, which is a super. Like eventually, or originally, I didn't want to do that because I feared it'd be too time consuming. But then last night I was thinking, okay, if it's one thing that I'm going to spend all this extra time on, it's going to be the Palatine, because it's the center. That's where you would trace Rome from the very beginning. That's the Romulan Rome. It's the entire city actually. The palace is the same size and area as the entire city of Rome and Romulus. So it's like if it's one thing to do all the way, then it would be that. And so I figured, let's just try to figure out what it is. So what all the buildings are. So that's what I did. And what I was going to start doing when I crashed was to look at buildings. And, I should probably research because I don't even remember who it was, man. I should have put it on my website. I guess I didn't. It's crazy. But somebody, and I thought it was the University of Kentucky, but I went there and I didn't see it. Or University of Tennessee. I need to go and look again. And I'm gonna look and see if they have what kind of detail they have for the palace. But basically, by looking at the palace, I wanted to just give meaning to each and every one of the buildings. You know, I was looking at one and I was thinking, oh, that'd make a good, larger apartment. There's a whole bunch of single room apartments for the workers, I guess, and for office rooms and storage rooms or whatever. But yeah, just mainly just like just people's one room apartments. But then some of them are off, and you'd be like, wait, no, like a family could have lived in here. So yeah, I just wanted to identify all those and even the different all the functions of what the palace would be, like the treasury and the. Although, yeah, but someone said they knew where the treasury was, so I need to go back to that map. Um, but yeah, but we'll see. I could burn out on it and then just get going on. But the next thing I'm going to get going on would be the other buildings, the other fancy buildings. I'll look off on them, and for example, inside of the Palatium region, I have another like circus, racetrack. Because I must have built it while I was working on the palace, and I want to put that in its proper area and build it up. Make all that fancy stuff look good. But yeah, but the thing is, that the more detail I work on the palace, the clearer idea I'm going to have of making it detailed on the other sections, and it'll come more automatically to me to take it to a higher level. If I make the palace good. If I kind of bail on the palace before I do even the roofs and stuff, I kind of will have to be doing it the first time on the other sections. It'll take longer. So I can go ahead. So I figure I'd just go ahead and be as detailed as I can on the palace. Yeah, and just identify each and every one of the structures. That's what I'm going to do today. I think probably take all day. But yeah, pleased with how quickly I'm coming through with it. I was kind of too concentrated on this, even though it was simple. Because I think yesterday I started with the vestibule, or the trespasso, the walkway between the two hills, Palatium and Calentum, and even though it was easy work, I was just not in the mood to listen to anything else. I was kind of pressured. I just wanted to get it done. So yeah, and I was too high. So yeah, today I'll just smoke a bunch of weed and just try to finish this, I think. But I was listening to the Constitution over and over again, the legislative section, the longest section, 9.2 pages. And then people talking trash about Trump. It's unbelievable all the stuff Trump and the Republicans are doing. One of these days, I'd like to get into my website. I want to do a news page, but I want to list all the stuff that they're doing, and then talk about how it's not in alignment with a proper Democratic politician. People don't seem to understand that. It's crazy. Anyway, enough talking. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be done with the palace today. Hopefully, maybe we can identify all the buildings. We'll see. All right, talk to you tomorrow.